I've been pushing this off. It's time. Fine, I'll do it. I've been pushing off this AU for weeks because I'm scared to make a good video. This is the most immersive, most crazy AU I've literally ever seen. I'm not kidding. This one takes the cake. I mean, when your AU has an overview, talking about world building, augments, main character, side characters, A1 tunes, twisted, team references, different chapters, literal comics. This AU has literal comics. It has side stories. Oh, it also has mini comics. Oh, and in case that wasn't good enough for you, there's non-canon comics. I will not even get the chance to scratch the surface on this AU. This was made by Slumbrr-r, who literally just went on a break yesterday. But the good news is there's so much to this AU. I think we'll be okay, boys. Let's find where to start. And honestly, finding where to start is a easier task said than done. But I do think we should start with the overview. As you can see, Slumbrr-r is locked in, and here's the very late updated overview of Operation Ichor, because the other one's really old. Operation Ichor is an AU that takes place in an open world just like ours, except instead of humans, it's filled with toons. Following the event of The Fall, where the Twisteds have overrun entire cities, leaving very few places safe from them. So this is definitely giving me, like, the Walking Dead vibes, right? Like, infested cities with Twisteds. These ones are, like, freaking creepy, right? In an apocalyptic world where toons arm themselves with weapons and technology to survive. How will you go about the apocalypse? I don't know. Probably killing everything. There are multiples of each toon in this AU. It's gonna get confusing. You can literally already see down there. That's not a skin. No, that's two different cosmos, with each having their own unique looks and personalities. What about abilities? Toons sometimes have nicknames or just the basic toon name. Even though they have unique personalities, many toons are the same quote-unquote species, share one or more traits, such as Cosmos liking baking. All right, I fixed the screen. How's this look? Oh my gosh. This is gonna get awesome. Twisteds. When toon dies, their Ichor grows infected. This infected Ichor overtakes their bodies and turns them into Twisteds. Twisteds are categorized into 3 types: Hound, Psychic, and Swarm. This is so cool! There are also several species of Twisteds: normal, augmented, partial twist, and boss Twisteds. Yeah, if you're lost already, I am too. There are different species of Twisteds that are in different categories. I think it'll make sense as we keep going, but right now I'm having a freaking brain blast. No, sorry, brain aneurysm. The first type of category is the Hound, the most basic and common class. Twisteds in this category are usually just physically powerful and durable. So is that kind of like a normal type? Like, instead of rarities, it's Hound, Swarm, maybe. Swarm, a very annoying category. Twisteds classified as such often have abilities that drag or group up multiple other Twisteds. Okay, so these guys travel in packs, right? So kind of like a big bundle of bees. All right, I'm starting to understand, boys. Up next, we have Psychic, a rare yet tricky category. Like the Pokemon, these guys are like Mewtwo's. They usually have good intelligence and attack using mental methods. Though physically weak, one hit is enough to send a toon into a nightmarish mental battle. Astro Psychic, for sure. Coming up next, we have something called Augments, the main ability for this AU. Heavily relying on electricity and machinery, Garden View managed to create suits of armor that boost toons' innate skills. The Augments allow for toons to do augmented strikes, which are buffed up versions of in-game toon abilities made for combat. Non-combat augments exist as well. So, wait, if you have a non-combat augment, is that not just like essentially a glorified accessory? You know what I mean? Oh, this is so cool, though. Ichor main characters. Why is Poppy one? Also, I feel like I've seen this Louis design so much. Also, Connie's a main. All right, Connie finally got her roses. Oh my gosh. We have a military building. All right, Sergeant Hoplas, report for duty! Garden View, a large military-like building that hosts different sectors with each location being used for something different. Its high walls were built to keep the Twisteds out. Okay, so this is giving me Shiganshina vibes. I'm definitely getting AOT from this. Humbling! Sorry. Zodiac, what? And Garden View isn't the only place to survive in this world. What? Garden View, the Last Hope, Ruin Corp, the Opportunist, the Merchant Order, Trust and Transaction, Zodiac, Belief in the End. Oh my gosh. So this graphic is making it feel like there's different like groups, but it's given more cultish. There's literally cults inside of Danny's World Operation Ichor. Boys, we are in for a treat. Get ready for the freaking comics, dude. Strike teams and squads of 4 to 6 toons plus 1 toon that is their operator. These teams head outside of Garden View on missions to gather Ichor. But what does Ichor do in this game? Ichor is a very important natural resource that is flammable. Ooh. So they're arson. They're committing arson. It is used to generate electricity that bases, buildings like Garden View need to survive. Ichor is also toon blood, which is the toons are not flammable. Okay, well, thank you for the clarification. Twisteds have infected Ichor, and due to certain properties, the infected Ichor becomes oh, okay. So, toons are going to be lighting Twisteds on fire. Got it. But before we delve straight into the first story of chapter 1, the first step, we need to understand all the characters, the lore, and everything like that. This is so immersive. We're going to start off with simply just occupations. So there's things called strike teams. Toons who set out into the world to collect Ichor and neutralize Twisteds. Okay, so these are our combat folk. We have the medical team. Toons that work in a clinical bay, they heal injured toons and provide therapy. Okay, so it sprouts out in the field. Oh, man. Okay, so we also have the production team. Toons that work with raw materials to create useful tools and weapons. Sounds about right. Okay. And the research lab. Toons that research to collect the DNA samples of Twisteds and create augment blueprints for the production team to follow. Up next, we have the actual research team, which no surprise, we have Roger. And it's split into two sections. So Astro's the leader, who does data analytics, while V and Roger are the leaders of Twisted research. So in data analytics, you deal with combat data, storing toon information, and processing funds. So Astro's the money guy. Okay, so GG definitely works there. Twisted research exclusively focuses on DNA research and creation of augments to combat Twisteds. I am actually quite surprised by that. I'm not that surprised. I definitely think V is doing more of the creation of the augment stuff, while Roger's definitely doing more DNA research. So Cosmo is the leader of the medical corps, has several clinics in all sectors. The main clinic is where strike team members are treated. They have the authority to retire a strike team member if absolutely necessary, or at least put a member on recovery time. When they say retire a strike team member, does that mean die or like make them not fight anymore? And for the foragers, no surprise here, we got a leader, Boxton. A large forge located in Sector C of Garden View is where the production team resides. The blistering heat from the forges makes it a pretty isolated place from the general public. Augments and weapons are made and repaired here. Moving on from that, we got the security team. Wait. Just so we're on the same page, when we were on the original menu, that wasn't a roll, right? That wasn't, okay. Toons who enforce law and order within Garden View. They ensure all toons are safe and sound and stand as a line of defense should a Twisted break into Garden View. I mean, shouldn't everyone technically be, but they're probably like on duty. Yeah. They also ensure curfew is followed. No exceptions to this rule, as nighttime makes it difficult to differentiate between a toon and an intruder / Twisted, which actually makes sense. It's kind of like a blackout, except you can tell who a toon is, but either way. Shrimpo's the leader, and I don't think that's a Pebble. Shrimpo has a pet dog, I guess. And we got some little uniforms here. And inside of the strike team, we have strike team positions. Oh my gosh. This is so immersive, dude. Okay, so we have vanguards. Vanguards are the main front line of the team. Toons with this role specialize in combat, okay? And support toons, oh my gosh, there's support toons that aren't just on the medical team. Toons with abilities that help boost their team, healers, buffers, or just helpful toons. Okay, when I hear strike team, hopeless, think solo leveling. Think solo leveling team. Okay, you got it. And there's also co-leaders, toons that assist the leader with commands, able to quickly adapt to the situation. There's the engineer, toons talented with their hands, specializes with machines and repairs. On a strike team, you have an engineer on a strike team. That okay. There's also the leader, toon skilled in leading, often has another role alongside it. Okay, so someone's like a leader scout or a leader vanguard. Got it. It's probably same with the co-leader. So there's probably 4 toons per strike team. Scout, toon skilled in vision and movement. They are able to map out the terrain and spot enemies. Okay. Moving on from that, strike team setup. Strike teams have 4 to 6 members. All right, there we go. The main 4 roles always needed are leader, co-leader, scout, and vanguard. Okay, so you don't need an engineer or a scout. I feel like you would need a scout. No, it is scout. You don't need support. Okay, so you don't need a support or an engineer. Understood. Team Alpha A1. Oh, okay, so we have actual strike teams already set up. Glissen's a leader? Really? He's a leader / vanguard, while Sprout is a co-leader / support. Makes perfect sense to me. Pebbles is a scout, Goob's a vanguard, and Vibo is a scout / engineer. The math is mathing for me. It all adds up. Team Bravo is Scraps is the leader / vanguard. which she looks freaking sick with the sword, by the way. Flutter is a co-leader who also looks freaking sick, by the way. Co-leader / scout. We have Tisha, who's a vanguard, which is actually extremely surprising. Very surprising. We have Shelly, who does not look like Shelly at all, who's an engineer / support. We also have Brightney, who's a support / vanguard as well. Which, once again, Brightney being a vanguard doesn't make sense to me either. I feel like Tisha would be a support and Brightney could even be an engineer. I disagree, but you know what? Bravo B1's sick. And we got Team Charlie. I see my boy. Gigi's a leader. Really? Poppy's a co-leader. Not only is Poppy a co-leader, she has a knife. I feel like Poppy should not be using spiky things, but here she is. Cosmo's the cozy vanguard. Oh, no, her name's Cozy. Or a nickname. Maybe it's a nickname. Glisten's Vinston. Wait, we're already seeing different tunes because Glisten's already a leader. Because don't forget, inside of this AU, there can be... my brain hurts. Roger's a scout. Different Roger. Okay. And then Razzle and Dazzle's a vanguard / support. Okay, Hopeless. Tell yourself. You're giving yourself a literal brain aneurysm going through this. Calm down. It'll be okay. Nothing makes sense. And then this is just blank. Moving on from that, we got to explain some more of the organizations. Before we get in the story, there's so much to understand. But once again, the Zodiac, the Merchant, the Corporation, and of course, Garden View, which is what we know. An organization based globally, they have two main jobs they offer for hire: cleaners and mercenaries. This is the Roots and Corp. While not inherently evil, they're not completely good either. There are 3 leaders of Ruin. Okay, Ruin Corporation, referred to as the Apexes. So it looks like we got an evil Astro, evil Shrimpo, and evil Tisha. Cleaners are a special job. Professionals at dealing with infected Ichor. They can ensure that dead toons don't become twisted. That's a worry? Oh, because your Ichor can become infected. Oh my gosh. They can also clean up Ichor infected buildings to allow toons to safely live there. Even though they know so much about dealing with Ichor, they cannot cure twisteds. Color depends on which apex the toon follows. Wait, they follow apexes, so they follow different types of leaders inside of the... Oh my gosh. When on site, cleaners wear masks so they won't get infected. My brain hurts. The apexes factions. Harmony. Toons who follow this faction aim to stop Zodiac. So they are specifically built to fight a different faction, but they're like also somewhat evil. The Syndicate. Toons who believe in this faction believe in creating a new world order to fight back the Twisteds. I like to be there. And there's the Revolt. Toons in this faction aim to kill off the source of the affected Ichor. Okay, fire. Brain aneurysm. My brain hurts. An organization for merchants. Okay, next organization. This is the Merchant Order. They hold no loyalties to each other besides business transactions. However, scammers are prosecuted with bounties and if found out to be liars. The Merchant Order symbol equals trusted merchant. Oh my god. Operation Ichor's economy. There's an economy! Copper, silvers, and gold. The 3 basic coin currencies as the main source of currency. Toons carry them with strings. Got it. And we have the Zodiacs, a group that believes that Twisteds are the perfect form. Oh, they're terrible, evil, and awful. Got it. They ambush, sabotage other groups, and ensure as much death can happen as possible for the Twisted to rule. So, these guys are fully inherently evil. These guys are bad guys. These guys are the enemy. You are the enemy. You are the problem. Okay, we have the Garden View map here. We have Sector A, Sector B, Sector C, Sector D, Sector E. I don't remember if I've seen this before. Either way, AOT, Shiganshina, got it. Oh my dear lord, have mercy on me. I can't. If they have the whole sector breakdown. This is insane. Virtual AI assistant lab called Vile? Nah! What is this? The real lore drop here is, of course, the 3 top strongest characters, all of which become very important later on of this AU. Astro A1 is the strongest, who I'm assuming he's called the Tyrant, and this form of Glisten is tied in second for terms of power, and then Devil Scraps is third, but we don't know what groups they are. And here's all of their pictures. They look so cool. Okay, so this is called the Lynx. And there's so much. I am genuinely so excited to go through the rest of this with you guys. I genuinely do hope you guys enjoy this series. But yes, I am gonna call it here. This isn't the only video I recorded today. My brain freaking hurts. Please go show some love to Slumbrr-r. This AU is incredible. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all again soon.